Now, in the wake of the shooting, a Virginia lawmaker is demanding change. Congressman Scott Ridgel sent Defense Secretary Ash Carter a letter. Now, he's been working on legislation, but now he's asking for an immediate change to concealed carry laws on military installations. 10 on your side's Joe Fisher talked to Congressman Ridgel about that letter. He's live in the newsroom now. Joe?
Nicole, Congressman Ridgel calling on the Pentagon to act and act quickly. He says he's been working to change concealed carry laws at recruiting centers and military installations across the country for months now. But after yesterday's attack, he's hoping the Secretary of Defense will make a swift order which would allow more personal guns on Army posts, on Navy bases, even recruiting centers. He says military members deserve the added protection with a terror threat, he says, that is increasing across the country, including right here in Hampton Roads.
But this domestic terror threat is increasingly the new reality here. And we can take practical steps to address it, to allow members who have concealed weapons permits to be able to carry a personal firearm with the express permission and knowledge of the base commander. In a situation, for example, like a recruiter going down to Lynn Haven Mall, for example, that recruiter is prohibited by DOD regulations at present from carrying a concealed weapon with his uniform.
Should we be worrying any more about ISIS today than we were a month ago, 3 months ago, or 6 months ago?
I'm a data-driven, fact-driven representative, and our office is the same. And no objective assessment of the track record here leads to a conclusion other than the risk is heightened, and then in all probability it's going to continue to be heightened. It doesn't mean we need to be fearful.
Is it possible that if someone was armed yesterday, there could have been less casualties? Is it possible?
It's certainly possible. I'm not going to go so far as to say that we would have known the outcome, but Marines know how to handle firearms, and they're prepared mentally, physically to respond. And I'm convinced that it would have been a better outcome, or at least our Marines would have felt like they had a fighting chance, and that's what we owe them.
And as you just heard, armed military members would have to get permission from a base commander before bringing a personal firearm. Ridgel says this is a practical, common sense legislation. New policies the Secretary of Defense could put in place, Ridgel says, with a stroke of his pen. Tonight, top Republicans like John McCain are also speaking out in support of the changes. Live in the newsroom tonight, Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.